Good morning to all. Myself, Professor Nidhi Joshi, and we were discussing about the image representation and description. Particularly, this topic comes under image processing and computer vision. So, in the previous class, I was talking about what all different way we can represent the image. So, my agenda for today's session is to discuss what is a binary machine vision, thresholding, segmentation, connected component labeling, binary image movement, central image movement, and medial axis extraction. So let us start with the first topic, that is what is a binary machine vision. So we were talking about the binary image. So basically the binary image are those image whose pixel have only two possible intensity value, that is either 1 or 0. So 0 basically that is stands for black and 1 for white, 1 or 255. So binary images are images whose pixel have only two possible intensity value. Numerically the two values are often 0, that is for the black, and 1 or 255 for white. So we are having two images of leaf. This is the colored image of the leaf, and this is the binary image, that is the black and white image. So the main reason binary image are particularly useful in the field of the image processing, like why we are going for the binary image, like it has certain significance in image processing because they allow easy separation of an object from the background, as well as the process of segmentation allows to label each pixel as background or object and assign corresponding black and white color. Like i- the most simple reason for using the binary image is the easy separation of object from the background, and if the separation is easy, and the secondly the process of segmentation, the labeling of each pixel, the corresponding value that we are assigning to the pixel, like either white or black, is easy. So that's why the image processing is like moving for the binary image also. So the next concept is the thresholding. So the main question that comes to our mind, like how to generate a binary image. A binary image is obtained from the grayscale image by following a process of the information abstraction. Like what is the important information is there in the image. A binary image is obtained from the grayscale image by following a process of the information extraction. A thresholding is the main technique that we are basically going to use at this point. The main goal of thresholding is to extract the foreground from the background. Like what is the important information is there from the image, from the background. So the main goal of the of the thresholding is to extract what is the meaningful information, what is there from the image. So yes, and how we can accomplish this thresholding? The initial step is to plot a histogram of the intensity of a grayscale image. So what we are doing, we are going to make a graph uh, like with the intensity and the number of pixel. A threshold intensity is selected. Suppose the threshold intensity is selected. So like कितने पिक्सल यहाँ पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं, कितने पिक्सल फॉल कर रहे हैं particularly for that intensity. The pixel that fall below this threshold are labeled white or 1, and the one that fall above are labeled black or 0. किस इंटेंसिटी पे कितने पिक्सल फॉल कर रहे हैं. सो फॉर दिस रीजन वी आर ड्राइंग वन ग्राफ बिटवीन द इंटेंसिटी एंड द नंबर ऑफ पिक्सल, so that we can easily label the pixel as white or 1. So Let us consider like I will discuss something more about the thresholding. In the base case scenario, the threshold that divides the black from white will be easily identified by finding the local minima between the two highest peak. So, with the help of this the binary image, it's like easy to identify the important information from the image. So, yes, in this, for the thresholding, we are using one more terminology, that is the neighbors. So, at this stage, it might be useful to introduce the concept of the neighbors. A pixel can have 4 or 8 neighbors. Neighbors क्या है? Pixel के आसपास. It's having a 4 pixel or the 8 pixel. Like if we are dividing into the grids, then that point we came to know what are all the neighboring pixel around that particular pixel. So the direct neighbor, those that our pixel of interest share an edge with it. जो डायरेक्टली नेबर्स रहते हैं, जो डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड है टू आवर पिक्सल. This definition might sound obvious but makes a huge difference in the way the algorithm function and label pixel value. हम लोगों का पर्पस क्या रहता है कि so that we can assign the pixel label like near to that the pixel that we had considered. So for this reason we are going for the 4 neighbor or the 8 neighbor. So let us consider the example like जो भी हमारा ये वाला जो pixel है we had considered, this has been divided into the grid. Like if I am considering the neighbor near to this pixel, like 4 neighbor, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 1 2 3 4. And if I am considering the 8 neighbor pixel, 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So the connected component labeling algorithm, for example, can utilize a 4 or 8 neighbor pixel that yields completely different result. So next we are having the connected component labeling. Once we have successfully extracted the background from the foreground, the next logical step is to count the number of objects. Like हम लोग बाइनरी इमेज की तरफ जा रहे हैं, तो बाइनरी इमेज का हम लोगों का पर्पस क्या रहता है कि लाइक इफ यू वांट टू एक्सट्रैक्ट द इमेज, जो इन हम लोगों को यूजफुल डेटा चाहिए फ्रॉम द बैकग्राउंड, इफ वी हैव एक्सट्रैक्टेड द फोरग्राउंड इमेज, जिस इमेज को जिस डेटा पे हम लोगों को वर्क करना है, इफ़ वी हैड एक्सट्रैक्टेड पर्टिकुलरली दैट इमेज, उसके बाद हम लोगों का नेक्स्ट स्टेप रहता है कि वी हैव टू काउंट द नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स, द नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन आवर बाइनरी इमेज. सो next question that comes to our mind, like ki how the computer will be going to accomplish this task. So the simple answer is with the help of the connected component labeling technique. Computer, like in order to count the number of object which is present in our binary image, जो हम लोगों ने foreground image को extract किया है उसमें कितने number of objects है. So this count can be accomplished with the help of the connected component labeling technique. So first step क्या रहती है? What we are doing will label each white pixel with a unique integer number. जो भी white pixel रहते हैं उसको हम लोग एक unique integer से assign करते हैं, label करते हैं. We number the pixel systematically moving from top row to the bottom row with increasing integer value along the column. Simple सा स्टेप रहता है हम लोगों का. व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, वी आर लेबलिंग ईच वाइट पिक्सल विद अ यूनिक इंटीजर नंबर. सो आफ्टर दैट नाउ विल इटरेट थ्रू ईच पिक्सल. हम लोग आगे की तरफ जितने भी जो पिक्सल्स रहते हैं वी आर फॉलोइंग फॉर ईच पिक्सल. वी इटरेट थ्रू ईच पिक्सल. एट ईच इटरेशन वी कॉल द पिक्सल present pixel, that present pixel that we are representing it with the small I. So here हम लोगों ने 4 neighbor consider किया है for our pixel. 4 neighbor, like 4 neighbor we had considered, 1, 2, 3, 4, that we had considered. So here we took the 4 direct neighbor of our pixel, जो उसकी present value है pixel की, if the integer value assigned of the neighbor is smaller than the present value of I, हम लोगों ने like first step में हम लोगों ने क्या किया था, जो भी हमारे जो वाइट पिक्सल है उनको हम लोगों ने एक यूनिक इंटीजर वैल्यू से असाइन कर दिया था, उससे लेबल कर दिया था या वो वैल्यू असाइन कर दी थी. और लाइक सिंपल वर्ड में बोला जाए, वी हैड लेबल ईच वाइट पिक्सल विद अ यूनिक इंटीजर नंबर. अब हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या देखते हैं कि हाँ, वी टुक अ 4 डायरेक्ट नेबर ऑफ आवर पिक्सल. इफ द इंटीजर वैल्यू असाइंड of the neighbor is smaller than the present value of I, then I will take the integer value of the smallest neighbor. जो भी smaller value है, smaller value हम लोगों ने जो integer value जो first step में हमने assign करी थी, then pixel की larger value है तो हम लोग उससे replace करते हैं या हम लोग उससे assign कर देते हैं. This steps needs to be executed twice. This second step that needs to be executed twice, and the third step, that is the final step, the result from the step 2 gives us the pixel that have the same integer value when they share an edge with a smaller value pixel that is their immediate neighbor. Like हम लोगों का यहाँ पे purpose क्या रहता है connected component labeling में, because we are going to count the number of the object, we have to count the number of object. So जो हम लोगों को रिजल्ट मिला है फ्रॉम द सेकेंड स्टेप, दैट गिव्स द पिक्सल दैट हैव द सेम इंटीजर वैल्यू व्हेन दे शेयर एन एज विद अ स्मॉलर वैल्यू पिक्सल. सो ईच क्लस्टर ऑफ यूनिकली वैल्यूड पिक्सल corresponds to an object in our binary image. So जो फाइनल स्टेप है दैट कंसिस्ट ऑफ relabeling this object by increasing the integer value. In that case, we are going to calculate the number of the counts of the object which is there in the binary image. ये हम लोगों ने एक एग्जांपल कंसिडर किया था. यहाँ पे जो हमारी लाइक बाइनरी इमेज ब्लैक एंड वाइट, ये जो वाइट वाले यहाँ पे जो पिक्सल्स हैं उसको हम लोग एक यूनिक इंटीजर वैल्यू से असाइन करते हैं. Next, one more concept that we are using is the binary image moment. Like if we have to determine the mass of the object, first order moment and the central image moment. So first of all, let us see what is an image moment. The shape, elongation, rotation, position for any object can be encoded in a small number of value. क्या shape है, क्या elongation है, किस एंगल पे टिल्ट है, ये भी हम लोग समझ सकते हैं. रोटेशन, पोजीशन फॉर एनी ऑब्जेक्ट कैन बी एनकोडेड, उसको हम लोग एनकोड कर सकते हैं इन अ स्मॉल नंबर ऑफ वैल्यू. पर्टिकुलरली दिस वी आर कॉलिंग इट्स अ इमेज मोमेंट. Next, we are having a binary image moment. So the binary image moment, it provides a very elegant way of describing the binary image region with a small number of values that are initiative and very descriptive. So let us this is the binary image moment. Let us understand this concept, this binary image moment, with an example. I will be discussing this topic in the coming slide. The mass of the object of interest. So the total mass of object, which is nothing, it's a total number of pixels that have a value of 1 in our object. कितने pixels है, they are having the value 1. The variable m and n corresponds to row and column m और n. column है, हम लोग मैट्रिक्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन यूज करते हैं. So the variable m and n corresponds to row and column, corresponds to the pixel intensity at the location. क्या इंटेंसिटी 1 है और 0 है. सो हम लोगों को ये काउंट करना रहता है कि कितने पिक्सल्स है, कितने नंबर ऑफ पिक्सल्स है that are having the value 1 in our object. So the total mass of the object is calculated with this formula. M क्या है, rows है and column है, is calculated with this formula. With this we can calculate the mass of the object of the interest. So the order of the movement yields the different information of interest. If I'm talking about the order of the movements, so the first movement divided by the total mass. Total mass क्या होता है? That is the number of the pixel, the total number of pixel with the value 1. So the first moment divided by the total mass is the center of the mass, whereas the second moment is the rotational interior of the object. So जनरल हम लोगों की क्या रहती है इक्वेशन, हम लोगों को लाइक ऑर्डर ऑफ द मोमेंट हम लोगों को कैलकुलेट करना रहता है, which will be providing the different type of the information. Like if we are considering the first moment, so first movement basically that will be specifying the center of the mass. Like if we are considering the second moment, which will be providing the what is the rotational the rotational inertia of the object. So this is the general equation. To calculate the moments of the object of interest. The order of the moments equals to the sum of P plus Q. They can take any value for the first order moment, like value है P की is 1, Q की है 0, so the is P plus Q. The order of the moment क्या है? It's 1. This is the first order moment. और like if जो P की वैल्यू है 0 है, Q की वैल्यू 1 है, so that is equals to the first order moment. So the resulting formula of the first order moment is given by this. The first order moment is calculated by this. और ये वाला जो था, this is the general equation for to calculate the moment of object of interest. P and Q की वैल्यू हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे स्पेशल केस हम लोगों ने कंसिडर किया है यहाँ पे, and that we have calculated. We had applied this value in this formula. So next we are having the moments of the object of interest. The centroid of the figure can be found by dividing the first order moment by the mass of the object. The first order moment that we had, this is the first order moment by the mass of the object. So this will give the centroid of the figure. This gives the position of the middle pixel in our object. Like हम लोगों को यहाँ से क्या मालूम पड़ जाएगा, तो जो middle pixel element है हमारे object of interest में, we can calculate with this formula. So next we are having the central image moment. The translation in image processing is just shifting an object in an image in the coordinate space by adding a specified value to the x and y coordinate. हम लोगों को if we are performing image को translate करना रहता है या उसकी position को change करना रहता है, so that time what we are going to do, जो x और y coordinate की जो value है उसमें हम लोग we are adding some specified value. Then only the translation or in a simple word the repositioning of the image we can achieve it easily. For example, moving an object downward would mean adding a value to the y coordinate of each pixel in our object. हम लोग यदि 4 quadrant consider करते हैं, तो जो left वाला रहता है that is the x-axis y, this is the minus x, and जो downward रहेगा that is the minus y. So हम लोग उसकी जो भी हमारा object है and we are moving that object in the downward direction, so हम लोग कुछ ना कुछ value y coordinate में add कर रहे हैं. So these are particularly useful because they are invariant to translation all the calculation are made with respect to the centroid of the object of interest. Centroid of the object of interest का क्या पर्पस रहता है कि with which we can calculate the middle pixel in our object of interest. Middle pixel की value हम लोग calculate कर सकते हैं. So when we translate a shape, the coordinate of centroid are also translated क्योंकि हम लोगों ने कुछ values add करी है, so that time जो coordinates of the centroid are also change translate होते हैं. Therefore, calculating the central image moment by taking centroid into account allows to make the result of calculation invariance to translation. General equation हम लोग क्या use करते हैं for the central image moment? For the order p plus q is this. With this we can calculate the central image moment. क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो coordinates है हम लोग का कोई भी shape को translate कर रहे हैं तो जो coordinates है वो change हुए हैं. So in order to calculate the new central image moment is calculated with this formula. So for a central image of second order 3p plus q combination exists. Like different the resulting central moment equations are given below. Like if we are considering the two order, so we are having the two central image moment of the second order. So that time in order to calculate the central image moment is given by this equation. Next we are having the medial axis extraction. An easier and the more visible way of understanding this is to look at the line created by the center of all the disk that touches two or more boundaries without crossing any boundary. हम लोगों को medial axis transfer में medial axis extraction में हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि जो भी हम लोग जो भी लाइन क्रिएट हो रही है so that needs to touch two or more boundaries without crossing any boundary. The medial axis of the object is the set of all the points having more than one closest point on the object boundary. So to understand this thing, let us consider an example. The medial axis ये हम लोगों का है एक इमेज है. like जो भी हम लोग का डिस्क कंसिडर कर रहे हैं so जो भी लाइन है हम लोग कंसिडर कर रहे हैं दैट शुड नीड्स टू टच. देखिए यहाँ पे 2 और 3 बाउंड्रीज यहाँ पे टच कर रही है दैट इज एजेस. यहाँ पे भी 2 बाउंड्रीज को टच कर रही है 1 2 बाउंड्रीज को यहाँ पे टच कर रही है. सो ये हम लोगों की क्या है दैट इज द मीडियल एक्सिस. सो लाइक वी आर फिटिंग द डिस्क along the edges. So visual way of understanding the line created by the center of all the disk that touches two or more boundary. ये हम लोगों की डिस्क के सेंटर से by the center of the disk the line created by the center of all the disk. The line create जो line create हो रही है by the center क्या है of this disk 1 2 3 4 disks are there. The line created by the center of all the disks that touches two or more boundary. 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा boundaries को touch कर रही है. तो ये जो line create हो रही है so that we are calling it's a medial axis. And one more terminology is there, that is the distance transform. The distance transform is an operator normally applied to the binary image only. The result of the transform is a gradient colored image that is identical to the input image in shape except that the entities of the point inside the object region are changed to show the distance to the closest boundary for each point. So in that way हम लोग डिस्टेंस ट्रांसफॉर्म उसने कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया कितना डिस्टेंस चेंज हुआ है वी कैन कैलकुलेट इट इजीली. सो दैट्स ऑल इज देयर इन द बाइनरी मशीन विजन. थ्रेशोल्डिंग क्या होता है, सेगमेंटेशन, कनेक्टेड कंपोनेंट लेबलिंग, बाइनरी इमेज मूवमेंट, सेंट्रल इमेज मूवमेंट एंड द मीडियल एक्सिस transformation. That's all is there in the today's session. In case if you are having any problem related to the binary machine vision, just let me know. Thank you.